Good morning, it's Saturday and I've just come back from doing a Pilates define and conditioning class, and then I did, stupid me, a circuit afterwards. This morning I've decided to try a green smoothie with you all. I have not tried this before, this is new, so I don't know what it's going to taste like. It's inspired by Sophie Richards' anti-inflammatory cookbook. Today, Sophie uses an apple in her smoothie, Granny Smith, which I imagine gives you tartness to the smoothie. But I don't have any apples, so I'm doing my usual swap that I normally do in my recipes. So I'm using a pear. Now the pear, as you know, has vitamin C and I'm keeping the skin on, so it's adding fibre to my smoothie. So I'm doing that. And the other ingredients that she has in the book, which I don't have, and I'm not going to go out again and buy something else, is spinach. I'm using today watercress because I've got some of it left in this. I've been using this week in salads. I don't want to throw it away. Now it's about 30 grams, but I'm just going to put a handful into my Ginger smoothie. Watercress is rich in vitamin K, which is important for blood clotting and bone health as well. Also, watercress has more of a peppery taste than spinach, so the taste may be obviously different to the recipe, but this is what we're going to go for today. I'm using turmeric, just a little bit, and some ginger. Now, ginger is good for digestion, which will help me because I've had a history of digestion in the past, and that's why I ended up doing the nutrition course, which, just to let you know, I got my graduation through last month, and in the post I got my certificate, which is great. I'm going to frame it because I'm proud of it. Anyway, so turmeric has quite a rich colour, and it's also good for, there's some evidence that says it's good for inflammation, so anti-inflammatory. And some nerdy information is if you add a bit of black pepper, apparently it gives you better absorption of turmeric. So, and I'm also adding half a teaspoon of cinnamon, give it a little bit of warmth. That's suggested in the recipe. And maca powder, half a teaspoon of that, which is, I'm using organic maca powder. It's not sponsored or an ad or anything. I've just had this in my cupboards for quite a while. Energizes the body and supports the immunity. Has iron, vitamin B2 and fibre, so that's great as well. So we're using coconut water, great for hydration, electrolytes, and I'm also using, I always use this in my coffee, no sugar almond milk. I'm a great fan of that in my coffees. I have 2 coffees on a morning before I can get going. So, and then that's it. I don't have any more, usually I don't have any more coffee afterwards. So let's prepare with me. So, it's 100 mils of coconut water. Okay, I can go in. And says 150 mils. Let's see if I have enough of almond milk. That can go in. So this smoothie shouldn't be too creamy because it's got the coconut water in it. So again, it's up to your preference whether you want, if you want all of it to be with almond milk, you can do. And then we'll put half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So I use my spoons all the time. And this is only a guide, so you can just adapt it to how you want it to be. I mean, you could also add, if you wanted to, a small banana. It's got distinctive flavour. and smell. So yeah, so I've done my cinnamon, I've done my maca powder, coconut water, almond milk, bit of turmeric. That'll give it a lot of colour. I just did 2 little slices because I'm not quite sure how it's going to come out. And 2 little slices of ginger. I will then do a handful of my cress. I don't know whether that's 30 grams or not, but anyway, it's going in. And 1 pear. This is going to be interesting. Hope it's going to turn out nice. So I'm just clean my hands. Now, I'm not going to, I'm going to obviously blend it, but I'm not going to do it while you're watching because it's going to make a lot of noise and it will irritate people. So we'll cut this bit out. So I've blended. Let's see what it tastes like. I might have to adapt it. I always find that recipes in books are always not spot on and you just have to adjust. Or they never come out quite exactly the same. So let's have a taste. Now that's different. The pear's coming through. You can definitely taste the watercress in it. In Sophie's book it says you can also, if you wanted to, add a bit of lemon zest, but I don't like lemon zest in anything. It's quite healthy, it's not unpleasant. I imagine with an apple it would taste something different. But what I'm going to do, you could actually add a tablespoon of Greek yogurt. That's another way you could do, adding protein and more healthy fats. You could add half an avocado to give it a bit more, because this is quite watery. Not watery, that's the wrong word for it, but I usually like my smoothies to be a little bit thicker. So I'm going to try, I'm tempted, am I going to try a banana or my Greek yogurt? I'm going to add, I think, my Greek yogurt. So I'm using 0% fat, authentic Greek natural yogurt. I'm using this actually because I've only got a little bit left. So I'm going to do 1 dollop of a heaped tablespoon, quite big, of my Greek yogurt. I'm allowed to, because I'm in my own kitchen. The Greek yogurt gives a bit of tartness, but if you wanted a bit of more sweetness, you could add your banana. So let's have another go. I'm going to have a sip. Definitely better. Quite like that. So I recommend adding the Greek yogurt. Like I say, you might preference an avocado or a banana. So, but the basic recipe itself is a good start. So I'll put my adapted version into the description under the video, and then you can do your adaptions. But the principle of it, the coconut water measurements is quite good, which is 100 ml and the 150. And then you either use watercress or you use spinach. The maca powder hasn't made it, hasn't come through strong because there was only half a teaspoon. And the cinnamon hasn't come through strong, so that's good. You don't want overpowering flavours. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the video today. Go and try making one of these yourselves. Have a go, and put a comment back how you found it, and did you make any further adaptations to the recipe, And I would say having the smoothie is great before you go do your exercise or morning breakfast, or having it post exercise. It's really healthy.